The earliest Greek philosophers are people we know as the Presocratics. They get their name from the fact that they come pre-Socrates, thus pre-Socratic. And as far as it goes, I mean, as far as pre-Socratics, we don't have a lot of information on them. And that's one of these things that, we spend a lot of time talking about them. There have been books written on some of them. But yet in the end, there's very little that remains from the actual writers, from the actual philosophers of that time. And essentially, what we have is, as far as these pre-Socratics go, that there's very little that remains from them, and there are various reasons for that. But I mean, part of it is these guys are 2,600, 2,700 years ago they were writing, and just time takes its toll. And so the original piece of paper gets old, it gets torn up, it gets destroyed, and so eventually it's gone. People disagree with the idea, and they're like, this is crap, and they throw it away. It's just a variety of things, so very little remains. And some of it is just that they didn't write anything down. And so most of what we know is sort of just taking what other people have said about them through a tradition of saying, well, so-and-so talked about this, and so-and-so talked about that, even though we don't have the original writing of those people. So what happens is there's very little that remains from these guys, but what we have is oftentimes it's just a little statement, and we fill it in with some of the other information. So sometimes it's a little bit weird because you get something like, you can't step in the same river twice. Okay, what's that mean? All is water, change is an illusion, the world is one, things like this that are pretty much the totality of what we have from these people. And it's there that we have to go a little bit deeper and look at what they did and see how these ideas fall within different groups and camps and try to take it apart.